Hello fellow trading and investing fanatics, this is the year-end video and review for the account. So year to date I'm up 44% for the year, so I beat the S&P by about, I don't know, 15% or something. Let's see, a 17% or so. So anyways, I learned a lot during this year. I think a lot of the stocks that I picked weren't the best. A lot of them went down. I'll go over the details here. So before I go over the details for the video, for the new year, I do have a few new stocks. So Palantir is in my portfolio now. Sofi is in my portfolio. So is KULR Technologies. So now back to the account. So we're going to talk about the account trading. So me personally, Mara was my biggest winner. I was able to collect about $27.67 of premium from trading about 160 trade. I mean, something like that along those lines, 160 trades. So it's my biggest winner. Not only is up in capital gains, also up in premiums as well. So it's technically a free stock for me now. So I'm going to continue selling covered calls and also try to protect the equity if I can. The next one's HUT. So HUT 8 I started buying around September 12th, and I've successfully wheeled it to about the cost base of $1.23. So I'm doing pretty well here. I can't complain. So I'm going to keep on wheeling until I get it down to 0. And let's talk about Nokia. Nokia is a good performer. My covered call selling hasn't been that great on the stock because it keeps going up. So technically, not selling a covered call would have been a better choice here. Now let's talk about the losers real quick. So right now, DOU is in the red. So my cost basis is $3.67, and currently it's only at like $2.50 or $2.60. So I'm down like 30% or something. KULR just started, so nothing much to see here. Palantir started on a negative as well. So is Sofi down $1.21 so far, trying to hedge and also sell cash secure puts early on, and it didn't work out, so it was a big loss, but it's okay. Let's see here. Okay, so nano dimensions, learned my lesson. The nano dimensions for the year, if you look at it, what I should have done was been more defensive when it was selling at $14 or $15, or start to sell deep in the money covered calls to protect my gains. But I didn't do that, so ended up selling for a small loss. So biggest lesson I learned this year is to always protect the gains, right? When it's up a lot, right? I didn't take any profits either. I just sold covered calls, but that wasn't enough to offset the losses when it came down crashing pretty hard. Okay, so Uwmc, same thing. Didn't protect enough. I mean, at the end of the day, I think I lost about 25% of the, even after selling covered calls, I'm still down about 15 to 20%. And this has been a shit show for the entire year, just going downtrending. Even now, like, it's still getting beaten down. So I don't know when it's gonna recover, but these are really attractive prices for me. Maybe sometime this year I'll think about getting in once we see some consolidation again. Right now it's still downtrending. The other loser is also F-Point. This one I lost about somewhere along the lines of 20% as well. Let's see here. Something like that, yeah, 20%. I finally sold at $7.84, all of the shares. So it's about 20% loss after selling covered calls as well. And this thing's downtrending as well. It's a good company, but I don't know why. I think it's part of the SPAC group, so if they want to sell, they want to sell. There's nothing much we can do about that. Same with PaySafe. PaySafe I got out at also about $200 loss. That's like 15%-ish, I think. But the thing with PaySafe though, PaySafe is just, oh my goodness. So I don't know what happened. Like their earnings wasn't that bad. I think there was just overreaction. But had I not sold this, there's no way I'm holding this. Like, this is too much. So I won't be looking into PaySafe again, and I won't be buying them. However, I will say for the new year, my thesis for my portfolio is this, right? So I don't think Bitcoin is gonna do these parabolic runs this year because, you know, it did, like, based on the 4-year cycle, it should already have done so. Well, I could be wrong, right? Like, January we could pump, and then we could go back to new all-time highs again. So, but I'm not expecting these kind of parabolic runs this year. So more like there's a lengthening cycle according to Benjamin Cohen, and I do agree with him on that one for Bitcoin at least. And if you see Ethereum, Binance, they are strong coins. Like they actually held up pretty well compared to Bitcoin. If you look at their recent drop, is 34%, right? So Binance dropped 34 when Bitcoin dropped 39, right? Same with Ethereum. Ethereum only dropped 29, right? So it's very strong. So that tells me that, you know, people are holding their Ethereum, Binance coins. Well, I have Chainlink, but Chainlink is more speculative, so you know the drop is a lot bigger. The recent drop 69%. Oh, okay, not from here. It's the recent highs, right? Recent highs to here is a 56% drop. So yeah, I do think it's gonna have a lengthening cycle, and the gains are not gonna be as big. So when I sell covered calls on these mining stocks, I don't expect them to come back anywhere close to their highs anymore. So the most I would say is around maybe 50 or 60 this year will be quite a good target to aim for. Same with HUT as well. HUT, I would say $11 to $12 is where I'm targeting this year. Now, as for SoFi and Palantir, right? So these small caps, I think, hard to say. Like I'm owning it now. Like personally, even though I bought in at around 18.95, I'm gonna start hedging if we cut below 17.81, right? I'm gonna hedge and potentially short my own stock if I have to keep protect my equity. But we'll see how it goes. Same with SoFi. SoFi is doing a little bit better than the other small caps. And if the Russell doesn't fall out of bed this year, because if you look at this is kind of bearish. This is like we come up to the 200 and then we get rejected, right? So we come up to 200, we're stalling now. So if we come down and we don't bounce off the 20-day moving average, or we don't hold support, yeah, that's pretty much gonna be more selling coming. But for the Nasdaq, SPY, and Diamonds, they're all doing relatively well. They're pulling back now, so hopefully we don't see a big drop in January. At least I don't hope. But if we do see it, then I'll have to hedge accordingly. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I am also looking into the utilities, right? So Elon Musk actually had a tweet that says we might have a recession sometime this year or next year. Now, whether he's right or wrong, I have no idea. But if you look at the charts for the utilities, we are at the highs now. So if you look at the weekly chart, we close at the highs, right? It's the highest close we have seen since the March COVID crash. Same with the consumer staples, I believe it's XLP, right? It's also at XLP is already rocketing. So it, like, you know, Coca-Cola, any of the big chains, food related or selling basic necessities are all doing really, really well. So I'm looking into this one as well. SLP and SLU are the two indexes I'm looking at, and right now I'm not going to buy, but when it does pull back, I'm thinking about looking into buying them for the portfolio for something more stable while I wheel the other growth stocks. So that will be the plan for 2022. So I hope you guys had a great year, and we will continue next week with a brand new year, and my personal target is 35% this year. I'm not sure if I'll hit it, but if I do, I'll be quite happy. All right, guys. Enjoy your day. We'll talk soon. Take care. Bye-bye.